How's it going, everyone? Zabby here, and welcome back to the complete guide of Fishing Planet. Today we're going to be heading to White Moose Lake and completing both challenges. Now, I've already went ahead and done these, but I'm still going to show you guys exactly how to do this. So I actually did upgrade my rod setup here, so now I have 4 rods I can bring to the lake. So I'm just going to be bringing my casting setup and my feather light setup here. So like all the other videos, I'm going to be bringing my DLC bottom rod. This is the Heavy Chaser 300 Sport. You can get this in the Sport bottom rod pack for about $5. And then I also got my Nero 330 with the same thing, 1/0 hook and some mayflies. I got the barbless nano spinner on with some cool tail that I bought for some bait coins just for some memes. And then we also have the casting rod. I am going to bring a medium spoon to go on our casting rod just in case we want to use that to go after some trout. But generally we're going to be using these 2 rods for a little bit smaller stuff. I also am going to be bringing this casting spoon to go after the pike. You can get pike on the medium spoon, so it's not a huge deal. But I figured casting spoon, the best chance to get pike, it's going to be a lot easier. For hook sizes, I'm bringing number 1, number 8, 1/0, 3/0, and 4/0. These are all the baits I'm going to be bringing to the lake. We got shiners, shrimp, small minnows, spawn sack, marshmallows, semolina balls, mayflies, night crawlers, and red worms. If you're interested in just knowing how to farm the lake trout, I do have a guide for that already. I will leave a link for that in the description. And also, if you're interested in the monster fish, I will also leave a link for that in the description. Make sure to grab yourself an advanced license, and I will see you guys at White Moose Lake. Just go into missions and make sure you track White Moose exploration. These are all the fish we got to catch here. They're relatively easy, nothing too hard. Just come on down to Fisherman's Hut. This is where I like to fish to start off. We're going to go to the peak time here, about 1300 hours. We got one of those Halloween event things making noise here in the background. I still haven't even started yet. For the rod setups, I'm going to be using number 1 hooks with the red worms here on both my setups, and I'm also going to be using my spinning and casting setup whenever I have a chance. Go to 50 centimeters depth for your float rod, and we're just going to cast really close to the dock here. Again, we're just going after small fish, so we don't need very big hooks. We don't need crazy bait. We're just going to try and grab these small fish quickly. We also have number 8 hooks that we can use here if we really want to. There we go. We actually pulled in a white sucker on our bottom rod there, which is really unexpected. Usually you got to use marshmallows or semolina balls to get them. There we go. We got the trophy yellow perch on the bottom rod, same spot as before, just right out here. I grabbed a really nice unique brook trout on our nice featherlight setup, 689 XP and $676. I went down to number 8 hooks on the bottom rod, put on some red worms, and grabbed the pumpkin seed. Now normally I get these on the bottom rod, and I think we got one on right now. I was using small minnows, number 1 hook, and max depth on my leader. So there's the map marker, guys. That's generally how I get these burbot 3/0 hooks with shiners right there. But I did get that last one with the float rod here, and it was actually really small hook, number 1 hook with small minnows. So it's possible to get burbot a bunch of different ways. I've also caught them off this side of the dock here, so it's really not that hard to get them. Just fish around and you're gonna grab it. For the pike, guys, come on down to Dam Road, and I'm going to be using the casting rod here with the casting spoon, but you can definitely get them on float rods here as well. Just use minnows. Just try and keep it as close to this tree as possible. So I'm going to be casting out like this with this rod. When I'm using a float rod or a bottom rod, I like to keep them in this spot right here, and I generally find I get a lot of pike there. And there we go, guys. Just like that, we grab a northern pike. They're super easy to get. Now that we're done that, we can move on to the white moose trial, and this is not too hard either. Now, you are going to need a boat for this lake whitefish spot, or at least to make it a lot easier. The brook trout, the lake trout, we've already caught these a couple of times, and we've already caught the salmon, so really the only thing we haven't caught is the splake. So you just need to fish around, and you're going to get the brook trout, the lake trout, and the salmon. It's not really that hard, but for this lake trout, let's go ahead and grab a boat. But we have to rent a boat because we actually don't own one yet. And all we're going to do is just come across to the ice here. And you can see I have a marker down already for the... I have a marker down for the lake whitefish already. So that's what we're going to do is just come over to this shore area here by these little pumpkins. We're just going to cast out to the marker. It's really close. We got mayflies on our bottom rod there. I believe we're still using the 3/0. Wow, those things are super annoying. And then we got the number 1 hook on this one. So we're going after different sizes, and there's a lot of Halloween noises going on here. And then while we're doing that, we're also going to be using our barbless nano spinner. And there we go, just like that, we grabbed the lake whitefish. It's a small one. If you're looking for a pike spot, just right here is perfectly fine as well. You'll be able to grab a lot of pike along this edge right here. And there you go. That's how you grab the northern pike over in this spot as well. We can now head back over to the dock. We are done with our boat. I was using that medium spoon, guys, 3-0, and got a splake. You can get the splake with the mayflies too, but all I did was cast out and do stop and go on the bottom and got that splake pretty easily. Now, you've probably caught these last 3 already just by fishing, trying to catch the other fish, but if you haven't, the last 3 are brook trout, lake trout, and the Atlantic salmon. Super easy to catch. I threw in a number 1 hook and some night crawlers, and I'm just going to cast right off the dock. This should be good for brook trout. You've probably gotten one already. You could also use a nano spinner. And there we go. We grab a nice little brook trout. I came back down to the area where we first grabbed the pike, and I'm just going to go right about here with some shiners, barbless 4-0 hooks. And there we go, we grabbed the Atlantic salmon on the medium spoon. I came back to the docks and grabbed a nice trophy lake trout. Super easy to get lake trout, guys. Alberta's not too hard, and it's a great area once you have a couple bottom rods to come sit here and farm. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys later.